So, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending where and when you are watching. As you're joining us here this evening, please do say hi, hello in the comments. Let's love to see who's here watching with us. Should we do it? Oh, where in the world are you?
Yes.
Let us know where you're watching from as well. So thank you for joining us here this evening. Introduce ourselves. My name is Maria, and right beside me I have Lee. We are the faces behind the Spiritual Guidance Centre, and you're watching us this evening from the sptv.
Yeah.
So welcome.
Good evening.
So I only got Terry on the screen as much as
Hi,
I've
Terry,
seen her. Hi
Terry.
Terry, it's so good to see you. Oh yes, yeah. So this evening we can do things a little differently if you wish to do so. So we are broadcasting through Zoom tonight, and that means that you are able to join us live on screen to have a live reading with us. Can I just say that most mediums connections are much stronger when you have the person there in front of you and there's an instant interaction between us. I know some of you are shy, we get that. So you can still join us on Zoom and we won't be offended if you put your camera or your phone up to the ceiling or down on the table. Nobody's going to be offended by that. As long as we have that voice connection, that's all we truly need. So we're hoping some of you will be kind enough to actually join us live on screen this evening. That would be absolutely amazing. So good evening, Soroya. I hope I said that name right. Welcome, watching over on YouTube this evening. Hi. Oh, yes. Thank you, Richard. Richard's reminded us that it is optional. You don't have to join us that way, but we would really appreciate it if you did.
It's nice to have that connection, isn't it, if it's available?
Yeah. Good evening, Chrissy.
Oh,
Hi. So she finished your photo, wasn't she the one that had that lovely pebbles on the beach, all the different colours?
How would you?
No idea. Yeah. Good evening, Caroline, and she's watching from Dagenham.
Wow.
Hey, Julia, sending our love to you, darling. Hope you're getting better.
Yeah, is she feeling any better?
Good evening, Sam B. Good evening, Christine, watching over on YouTube as well. Welcome. Oh, yes. So while you're here this evening, please do give this live feed a like and a heart and give it a share out to all your friends and family. Also, sptv are now over on TikTok, and we like to build our numbers up over there so we can also stream to you live from there as well. Or multi-social media, if I can even say that. Good evening, Kerry. So is anyone willing to join us live on Zoom to have a live reading with us this evening? Good evening, Lucy. Yeah, okay then. So
I think we should go back to Lacey.
Lucy.
Yeah.
Please.
Is Lacey still there? Oh, we can't go back. Oh, we can.
Yes, we can. Good evening, Lacey.
Good evening, Lacey.
That's beautiful.
I've got this gentleman standing right over me, and he's doing this thing where he's taking off his glasses, and he's holding them in a fashion which is almost like he wants to closer look at something. I feel like he wants to inspect something, or if the message is right, it feels like he's trying to suggest that you maybe look at something in more detail about something, and part of your life needs more clarification. You know, when people say, like, you know, check the I's and dot the T's, that kind of thing in a detailed fashion, really. And I feel like he wants you to sort of take a closer look at something that's important, that may even be overlooked slightly. So if you are thinking about doing it, you know, when people sort of think about moving or changing something about their lives, it's something quite big. So it could be a work contract or something like that. But there is this thing about taking a closer look, being more observant in it. Lacey, would you understand that? Again, I know you've got a heart on there, but there was a heart just being given with chocolates. Chocolates. I feel someone's sending you chocolates, and I know we've got
that particular day coming.
Yeah, and
next week.
yeah, but I don't think it's associated to that. I feel someone would have liked, you know, like a certain chocolate. Just not okay. You know, when someone's got a really funny flavour of chocolate, and like nobody would eat it. This person, I feel, would have only had
like something unusual, like Turkish delight.
Yeah, or you know,
like not common flavour.
Huh?
Not a common flavour.
No, but thought you couldn't be common then. Not you know.
Not on a Sunday.
No push really. But it's this flavoursome chocolate, and it's like I've took that one out the basket or out the wrapper or whatever, and that's the one
I didn't put it back.
No, because that's the one that I like, and I feel this would have been a lady associated to you, Lacey. So you might have a fond memory of someone.
I'm so sorry, that was my dog. I'm so sorry.
Indeed. That could have went. Yeah, and it's like she's saying that's the one that I really like. So again, I feel like there's association to here. So Lacey, if you've got a particular something in mind about what it is that you're aiming for, wanting, I know it sounds odd to associate it to that, but it's just like saying focus on what you want.
Yeah, because that's what kind of what. Oh, I just got chocolate hearts. I was mad they didn't have peanut butter in them. I won't eat them.
I didn't know you could get chocolate hearts with peanut butter.
No, but they sound amazing.
Yeah, where'd you get them from?
Yeah, they see.
Or were they homemade or something? I won't eat them. Okay, so take that aspect of what we're looking at, but again, there's this precision about it. So this gentleman was talking about being precise about looking at something important and being able to focus on something, or give yourself the time to focus on something. This lady is talking about be even more precise. Go for the one that you want. And I know that's associated to just the chocolate thing, but I think it's a wider aspect. Yeah.
When I linked in with you, Lacey, I instantly had like a burning sensation in my stomach, and it could be a physical problem because they often bring us like a duality in these sensations. But I was also thinking about where it is, like in the solar plexus, and that being like a burning desire. So I wonder if it's linking in with what you're saying.
Yeah.
And although you have a new job, there's this feeling that actually that's not the thing that you want to be doing, or it's not the thing that's going to kind of bring you that joy, and there's something else that you want to be doing, whether this is working for yourself, like setting up your own business, or if it is just working for someone else but doing something else. Would that make sense?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Have you got any association to animals? Have you got a fondness for animals, like in terms of looking more deeply into maybe? Because again, I felt the word boarded. Is it boarding? Boarding, that's the word.
Yeah, like
kennels, like boarding, you know, like animal care or something. If you don't, and that is something that you're looking at, or if it's just simply something that interests you in terms of being around animals and things like that. But again, I wouldn't just dismiss it if it doesn't fit, because there is association to that. I do know is it a collie? I'm aware of it. Are they black and white?
They are the black and white.
I'm aware of a collie.
But yeah, I was sensing the black and white dogs
around as well. So whether that is something that you had growing up, or if you're into animals or something like that, but housing, rehoming, something like that, maybe something for you to consider. I'd like to hear your response to that. That'd be amazing.
I'm also getting a burning in my right ear, Lacey. So are you aware of, it could be you or somebody around you that has the ear problems, and maybe they get a lot of ear infections. I also want to say to you, what is it that you're not listening to at the moment? And that could be you just not listening to your own advice, or somebody else is trying to help you and maybe you're not listening.
Exactly the convo I've just been having with my husband. Wish we could start
There
again.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And again, if it is anything like boarding or kennels or anything to do with, you know, that type of thing, if you've not thought about it or just gone further than a conversation, shall we say, explore that idea or those ideas, what that could mean for you and where you want to go. Because clearly, as we just said earlier about the conversation about not having that fulfillment in your job, and certainly working for yourself brings its ups and its downs, but I think it would far outweigh the benefits of, you know, the negative side. I think you'd be more positive and more happy doing something that you could do together.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Is that because you've been yelling?
Yeah.
It's not sorry.
Anyone?
I think that's it, yeah.
Thank you so much for working with us this evening, Lacey. I hope that helps a little bit for you. Thank you. Yes.
There's an echo again.
We're not demanding at all.
Not sure about when I worked in stables.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there is an animal link there.
Yeah, there's animal link, yeah. But again, look into it, see if it's something you want to do.
Make plans, Lacey. Good evening, Helen. Welcome. I am so, yeah, sorry, it wasn't our fault.
Yeah.
My dog was trying to be, yeah, he was trying to be a director and he's still training. Hi, Susan. Oh, Chrissy loves the chocolate, everything.
Yeah.
Right with you.
We've got to go to Chrissy now, sorry.
We're going to Chrissy.
Yeah.
We're going to Chrissy.
I'm aware instantly when I sort of linked into Chris's name and energies around stomach area. Now that's emotions to me, and I can't take away how.
I'm feeling jittery with that.
Yeah, it doesn't sit right, does it?
Really jittery. Yeah.
Doesn't sit right, and there's a feeling of unsettled. Can you take that, Chrissy? Can you understand?
It feels like something recent.
Oh yeah, it's like now.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to come on?
Chrissy, would you like to join us on screen?
That makes so much better sense.
We just see if Chrissy would like to join us on screen. Maybe thinking about it. Can we tempt you, Chrissy, to talk to us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give you a chocolate.
If there's silence, resort to bribery every day. I don't think I've got chocolate though. Unusually for me, I got some homemade bread pudding.
Oh, you can't give them that.
Oh, Chrissy, that's amazing.
I think Richard's gonna try and do his thing. Sending you
that's the technical term.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Do your thing, Richard. Send the link.
Oh, wow. So hopefully Chrissy will be able to join us in a couple of minutes. It does take a couple of minutes to set that up, but
in the meantime, what do you think we should discuss about Chrissy before she can?
Can't talk about Chrissy before she gets here.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfair.
That was quick.
Yeah. Amazing. Hi, Chrissy. Oh, yeah. There we go. Just setting up her.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Oh, why am I saying perfect? Sorry, Richard. I didn't just override you. Good evening, Chrissy. How are you? Yeah, good.
Well, thank you. Did what we just mentioned about the emotions and then settlement sit with you?
chakras are just like I'm so nervous right now. Like I'm
Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Can you see it? Like that's not normally me.
Are you normally quite a grounded person and quite level-headed?
Yeah, I'm yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so
As well.
yeah, very spiritual. Yeah,
We're connected.
yeah. So where are we going with it? Sorry, I'm just bear with us for a moment. Okay, so I've got. This is going to sound really odd to you, maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but I've got a green dragon around you right now. So green energy and lots of green. I almost want to say it's part healing around you. Okay, but this essence of the green, it kind of flows in and out and it changes color for you as well. So I don't know if you're aware of it. I don't know if you work in those energies or if you're aware of them, but something specific. I almost wanted to say there's a Chinese link here as well.
Interesting, huh?
Okay, bear with us then if you're not quite sure. Because there's something about researching stuff or looking into stuff in more detail. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, and the green energy may be my heart.
Okay. But it's like you've been delving in for like not delving, dipping your toe in this sort of environment for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and every time you dip your toe in, you're getting a little bit more information. You're getting a little bit more kind of pulled in by this. Okay.
Yes.
And I think your friends, if we may call them that, on the other side, are encouraging you and trying to get connected to you. And sometimes they can get really connected to you, so you're aware of them. You can feel their presence around you. But there's also there's times where there's just like this block, and there's nothing getting through. And I'm not sure if that's life or something. But are you aware of lots of reading as well around you?
Yes. I have really been studying mediumship and healing aspects. It's more my healing that comes out, but I'd like to get the mediumship
Yeah, and I
aspect.
think they're aware of that shift pattern with you because they kind of. I'm not saying you're done with the healing, but I feel like you've got to a point where you're kind of like, what else do I do with it? Where do I go next?
Taking all these little steps
Yeah.
at a time, isn't it?
Right.
Like, are you working with crystals currently, Chrissy?
Oh yeah, I have crystals all over my house.
You do? Okay. But it just feels like there's this like little progression going on. So
Time by
like,
time.
when you have a full understanding of crystals and like, where can I now take this? And yeah, like you said, looking into other aspects of spirituality and development. Are you, or have you looked into sitting in a closed circle?
Yeah, it's just so scary.
It really
No,
isn't. It really isn't.
it's the people that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've said that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your research basically of who you want to sit with and be confident knowing that they know what they're talking about. Have you heard as well? Have you heard voices? Have you heard the odd word or something coming through and you've kind of questioned it and thought, where's that come from? Did I hear that correctly as you go about your day-to-day life?
Yeah, I used to question it quite often and now I don't. And I think if we can rewind a little bit, I think that with my connection, when you said I get blocks, is because it's when I try. Like I'm trying. So when I don't try, things just come and they come and they flow, and they hit me. So
we are sometimes our own worst enemies.
We are our own block. So it won't be spirit, is us. And sometimes we accidentally kind of do it, don't we? Like you're saying about sitting in a circle and you instantly went, oh, that's scary. Well, that's instantly kind of put a block on your energy there. And that's what I mean. It can be that simple to do. So we kind of want to find a way of removing any fear associated to it, because there isn't any fear associated to it. And it's if you've kind of been hearing some of the words and that spirit has spoken to you, then that's all it is. That's really all that happens, is that they gently drop these thoughts into your head. And most people get confused at the beginning, don't they, about, was that me that said that?
Was it my mind?
Because that's how they speak to you. It comes through as a thought. So there really is nothing to fear with it. In fact, I would say it's the most beautiful thing that you can do is when you truly link into those energies and you feel that warmth and that love that comes through from the spirit, that there is nothing to fear.
No, and kind of the other thing as well to mention is sometimes you'll think it's your own sort of thoughts that you're hearing, but they're very clever because they kind of use their own terminology, but they kind of drop it into your head in a way in which you would understand.
I have just told that to my mom, which she should be listening. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Chris's mom.
I say, I don't know where I got that from, but it just completely channels through. And
yeah. And the other thing I want to say, have you heard, they've just given me something very similar. So Voices in the Dark, have you heard of that? I think it's a book.
no, I haven't. Okay.
If you can, try and look for that book, because it's like almost like a telling about how mediumship works and things like that. So Voices in the Dark. Yeah, I think it's Voices in the Dark. Try and look and sort of do some research, and what it is all you're doing is you're giving yourself that kind of knowledge about how it works without the fear associated, because everything's always fearful until you recognize there's no need to be fearful of it. And it's our mind that creates the fear. So kind of move the mind out the way and give yourself that answer to sort of recognize that, okay, it's okay to be that way. I was going to say quickly, because I did have a gentleman step in, and again, he had something to do with horses. So are you aware of a gentleman that had anything to do with horses?
Yeah, my great-grandfather.
Okay, I think he had more than one horse. There was quite a few of them. So
I've seen like 4 or 5.
Yeah, and yeah, okay, Corral. See, this is how they work. They drop stuff in, so I know it's kind of in a joking fashion how I would visualize it. There's lots of horses, and it's associated with that sort of industry, shall we say?
He's a cowboy. Yeah.
There you go. So that makes perfect sense. So the OK Corral is what I would associate westerns with, and cowboys and that sort of stuff.
Yep.
So again, please take that love with him. I do know he's around. He's saying he will come back and talk at some point.
Encouragement for you.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's also working with you as part of your family connection as well upstairs. So
love it.
Oh. Okay. I know we are short of time because we're literally going to have to move on, but brilliant. Thank you ever so much, Chrissy, for joining us.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you, Chrissy.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Love.
Take care.
Bye.
Wow, that was amazing.
It's really that simple.
Yeah.
It really is. So there's nothing to be scared of.
No.
You don't fight.
No.
It's just it's so different, isn't it? Just
the energies are different, aren't they?
That instant connection, to get that instant response, it just...
Yeah, you're not waiting for someone to type a response back or anything.
Flows better. So good evening, Susie.
Good evening, Susie.
Claudette. Oh my gosh, Claudette.
A wedding dress?
It is, I think so. Unless it is a prom dress, but I think it's wedding.
Hello, all from Helen. Why is it you look surprised, Helen? There's a surprise thing going on around you.
Yeah.
You know?
Hi, Jan.
Good evening, Jan. I'm waiting for the next
Yeah. Hi, James. Spirit in my room is somebody.
Jessica Garcia, hello.
Love the glasses. They're great fun. Simone, I would love a reading, please.
Can we go back around the loop again, Richard? Yeah. Thank you.
Good evening, Kim. Thank you for liking and sharing. If everybody else could do the same, that would be absolutely amazing. Angela, good evening. And Donna. Is that Baby Yoda? Gwendolyn? Would love a few words.
So I'm just trying to work out what they're saying to me.
Thanks, Susie.
Really love the message. There's a lot. Go back to Susie if you wouldn't mind. Yeah. Is it Susie?
Yeah, it was Susie. Yeah. Susie Salvo.
Susie. Don't know.
Would you like to join us on the Zoom live, Susie? Come and talk to us live. Oh, oh, okay.
Who's that?
We have a surprise guest.
Oh, they're not coming.
No, because I want
Oh, right. Okay.
Susie, if you'd like to join us for a live reading, just let us know. We can bring you on screen. You're going to just say that the connection is much better when we can talk to you directly. Can we convince you?
Is it higher?
You don't have to show your face. You can point your phone up, down. Of
It's
course,
just
we'd
nice to
like
hear.
to see your
Yeah.
face.
Well, yeah, that would help.
Yeah.
But it's nice to hear the voice, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. If you could just let us know one way or the other. No. Off screen, okay, not a problem. Okay.
Does that mean you can come on
Just-
but not show your face?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just the
no,
voice is fine.
Yeah,
It's great,
that's
Susie.
amazing. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Susie. Oh,
Yeah.
wowzers. So just bear with us for a moment while Richard.
Authorised by you.
Yeah, so folks, please don't try and join the Zoom live feed. It's only for the people that we are going to be giving readings to in that moment. So please refrain from trying to join.
Sheila Green is trying right now.
Yeah, could you just connect?
That's it, yeah.
Thank you, Sheila.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I can do off screen, yeah. All right.
She's asking, yeah.
Yeah, just follow the link, Susie.
Yeah. I know it's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a moment. But hopefully.
Yeah, there's the wait, the delay, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah. That's yeah, that'd be helpful. So good evening, Cheyenne, watching over on YouTube. Oh, she's saying hi to Linda. Hi, Linda.
Who's Linda?
Linda's obviously very
Another Linda.
popular on
There's
YouTube.
Linda.
Yeah. It's nice. Belinda, I would like a reading. Yeah.
Oh, Nicola.
Good evening, Kelly. Watch on Facebook. So let us know where you're watching from as well.
New Zealand.
Oh, we want beautiful ladies.
Yeah. They're obviously
I
talking
misread
amongst
that.
themselves.
Good evening, beautiful ladies. I'm not sure how Lee would feel about that.
Well, I've been called worse, if I'm honest with you.
Good evening, Joanne. Welcome. Katie?
It's your right, you, Katie.
Yeah. Oh, I can feel that.
Yeah. Go back one, please, Stuart. Sorry, not Stuart. I mean Richard. Chocolate you eat. We're not eating any. I wish you were. Can we go back one, please, Richard?
I've got no name now. Kelly. Shut up. It's not going to help. Shut up. No.
No, that was not the lady.
No, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
carry on.
okay, Susie. We'll just put it this way as normal.
Seriously, I was aware of at a loss. So whether the feeling of at a loss means something to you, it'd be great if you could let us know. But you know, when you've got that feeling, I'm at a complete loss here. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going or what I'm doing, but I just feel that there's a great divide around me and I'm at a loss. I'm also aware of a male in spirit world for you. And I feel he's almost like, if he's not a friend, he'd be a brother type closeness to you, towards you. There's a family link here, so I definitely know there's someone close to you. But there's a feeling of being painful associated to this person. So either he was struggling before he passed, or in essence, you're in a position where you're struggling right now, and there's a pain associated to something around you.
It's like a head condition around this.
Yeah.
Something going on around the head. Do you understand that, Susie?
It's a strange feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
I've got the flower violet, but the name violet as well. Yes, I understand that. Can read that. Okay. I know it's male, and I felt this close bond connection, so that's why I went with brother. But if that's how you feel it's connected, that's fine. But I'm also aware of the flower violets and the name of violet. Okay. That's stepping. I've got two sides. I've literally drawn a line down the middle. I feel like I'm working on two different aspects with you. I think they're trying to give you.
I think they're trying to give you upliftment. I feel like they're actually trying to.
Oh, is it? Is it Parma violets?
Parma violets.
Are they the sweets?
They're the little purple sweets.
Oh, that's one without sugar so much. Okay, that makes an understanding of why I've got this. There's two sides. Okay. But Parma violet, they're an old sweet, I think.
They are, yeah.
So you must have a connection or remembrance to that sort of side of maybe being given those type of sweets. Sweet tooth as well. So
Fudge.
huh?
Something about fudge.
Fudge.
Sorry, you just shouted fudge.
I don't know, again, if there's a visit to the dentist, this sounds really odd, I know. But I'm getting the sweet tooth, but I'm also getting the need to have a closer look at something around you, like your teeth or something. So if there's a pain associated, because again, I've got that jaw, so I'm not entirely sure if it was for the other lady or if we were still with you, Susie, because we were waiting. But it kind of feels like it's out of sorts, out of place, and it doesn't feel like it's working as it should do. I've got this deep sense around you. It's so deep, sad, sadness, complete, like, what are you if you're inconsolable?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
My parents,
Okay. Did one of them have a dodgy tooth then, or was it something going on with the teeth or the jaw area?
Like somebody, what do they call that? Is it like an overbite?
Oh, right, yeah. The jaw
like
comes,
yeah, upper lower jaw.
yeah.
That must be the upper jaw. That's. I've got tooth pain at the top and the back of my mouth.
Okay. I am being shown something here, and it's going to sound again odd, but it's a pair, or no, it's not a pair. I've got one shoe, and it's like a toddler's shoe. You know, where it's like they've got patterns around them, and they're almost like got holes in them or something.
I know what ones you mean.
But it's like one shoe. So I don't know if there's an association to understanding where this one shoe is, or have you lost one shoe? Or is it the fact, or where are we going with this? Of course, they're really sort of all over the place. And not the same person, absolutely. This is understandable. Again, is it you? Is it you that used to wear? Are they your shoes that they're showing you? Are they showing us that's your baby? They're your baby.
Yeah, because that's what I've got. I've just written, but I was given baby in spirit. So don't say so much this is your baby, or whether it's a reference to them.
And they're saying that you are their baby. Yeah. That's hard to express them. Okay. Because they're talking about seeds of time. Okay. The seeds of time will go. And in time, things will change. and it's almost like an acceptance of losing your parents as opposed to being comfortable with it.
Yeah,
you know.
I was just going to say that we don't get over it.
No,
we?
we don't.
But we
No,
find a way
there's
to cope.
yeah, and
My parents took my son out for the day when he was younger, and they brought him back with one shoe.
yeah. So at least you can understand the reference to what they're talking about.
I was the only child. Mum lost babies, and I lost two. Okay, thank you.
So you can understand the language. Yeah. I think we need to go over that again in terms of the aspect of acceptance.
Yeah.
And I know that's not going to sound easy from where you're sitting right now, Susie, but there is an understanding that in time things will become in a fashion, in a way that you will be able to accept the situation by losing both parents, not necessarily saying that you will ever get over the loss of your parents, because I don't think anybody truly will. They're also showing me a duster. Now this is a yellow duster. What? Yeah, it's like a bright yellow thing, and they're dusting things. They're going around doing stuff. And I'm not saying for a moment you're not doing your housework or anything.
No, but sometimes if we're in that place, things like that do become
almost tiresome and
they're less bothered. Should we say?
But I don't think it was that. It kind of like it was being waved at. Like there's an association or a link to this duster. So whether that's something a link where Susie can understand, you know, if that was how you saw your mum, that she would always have a duster in her hand, or you know, or she wore what are those apron things with the, I don't know, they put stuff in on them. Yeah, but isn't apron cooking?
Yeah, you can learn from cleaning as well.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel there was everything in this apron. It wasn't just a bit of that. It was like, you know, there might have been a spoon in there. There might have been a duster, a rag, a tissue, anything. You know what I mean? And I feel that there was everything that went into this apron. But there's this association to don't forget in that. And I think they try and bring in a nice memory, like a, you know, okay, we're not here, but we are around you. And we also want to give you memories of us so that you are aware that we are still around you. Does that make sense, really?
Yeah, they just showed me an image of you in bed at night, Susie, and your parents just wrapping their arms around you, trying, because I can literally feel your tears that you cry. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you, Jan. Richard just let us know that you're validating this as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. She understands. Maybe we should go to Jan as well after this as well, but just so we don't forget it ahead. Yeah, yellow dusters. Yeah, that's one thing. But I think again, there's this association that, you know, if you fall over, she'd pick you up and go, "I've got a tissue here," you know, or "I'm going to go and clean a cup," and she's like, "I've got something here as well." So it's like a
Swiss Army of the apron.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's the Swiss Army of. My mum's got everything going on here. She's got all sorts happening. Might even have some change for an ice cream or something, you know, like loose change in there or something like that. I am aware of a gentleman who used to just sit and read a paper, like literally read this paper from cover to cover. Would you understand that as well, Susie? This gentleman would, and it's a big paper as well.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, like the old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and you have to fold them a certain way to kind of read that section of the paper.
I was trying to think of the name of the big paper, or one of them at least. Financial Times. Was that quite big?
Something I've read. Sorry, I don't do that on a Sunday, you know. But yes, and again, was there a thing? Was there an association to some sort of stocks and shares as well? Then you're talking about Financial Times, but again, if that's something to maybe look at, Susie, about your financial status, finances, maybe need a look at, or a closer look.
Yeah, that will sort out maybe.
Yeah. Yes, my dad always used to have a paper. Yeah, but I think he kind of got lost in it as well. Like, you know, if there was something kicking off in the background, you'd kind of be like, I'm just putting myself behind here. I'm just going to read this paper, and I'm not here and getting involved.
Busy.
Look busy. Yeah.
I've also just been given a very strong smell. I'm not sure if this is like TCP or Dettol. Like, you know, like some people, they kind of overdo the like disinfecting of things.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, so having just like wiping one counter, like they would blitz the whole house with, but it's a very strong smell.
Not perfume then.
It's definitely not perfume.
Oh, that's
I'd be
okay.
wondering if somebody wore that as a perfume. No, it definitely feels like TCP or Dettol or
Right.
some sort of
Okay.
what do you call them? Antiseptic. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, maybe she did use or go through that sort of stuff. You know, a lot of, you know.
You don't have to validate that information. Susie can do that.
Right.
Okay.
Well, it was just bringing me back to my childhood when, you know, it's bath time. Yeah.
Oh, you stink the place out with TCP.
Yeah, and I'm now in that bath as a 3-year-old, I suppose, as my mum would put TCP in, and you know, whatever it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just had Mr. Matey. That sounds right
Good to
nowadays.
say that. Moving on. Anyway, yeah.
This is basically talking to you.
Oh dear.
This is Matey as well, though.
Oh,
Does
well, that makes it
sound
all better. Oh dear. I'm pleased you understood that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going straight on to
Jan.
Are you sure, Jan?
Sure,
It's not too late to back away. Jan, while you're there though, would you like to join us live on screen?
Oh, that's it.
Is that a possibility?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. You can just put your phone up to the ceiling or down to the table, as long as we can hear your voice. If you'd like to join us, that'd be amazing. Hi, Rob.
Good evening, Rob.
A nice smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, lovely name, Phyllis.
Yes, yeah.
And Caroline, greetings. Oh, okay.
She's still with us though.
We just Joanna saying yes to coming on screen, or yes that you're here. Just give us a little bit more.
Yeah, actually, I've got loads of shoes around you, Jan. Are you a bit of a shoeaholic? Is that the right word? And oh, that's different then, isn't it? Was there a time, if that was the case, that you kind of had a dodgy fall? You know, because you might have been wearing the wrong type of shoe.
Like when you go over on your ankles,
Yeah,
a bit wobbly on the high heels.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you might have been. Huh?
Here.
No,
I think, yeah, maybe we're doing it.
yeah, we'll do it this way then. Okay. So do you understand that, Jan, about how are you a bit of a shoeaholic, or if someone around you is a bit of a shoeaholic and a bit of a maybe a fall happened in a kind of a comical way whereby oh my God, shoes, yeah, like, oh, who's that? Oh no, not anymore.
No.
Whereby there was a bit of a fall maybe, and I keep having to have reference to that falling down juice, you know.
Yeah.
That might have had a bit of a.
It happens to us all, to be fair, at some point though, doesn't it?
What, falling out?
Down juice.
Yeah. So there might be. So okay. So are we in a place where we've got friends around us? Again, Jan, if you can reply to us as quick as you can, that makes it a lot easier for us to make sure we're on the right link here with you. And I've also got a young energy around you. I want to say like a young. Have you got a young son around you, or are we at a time where this happened when a young?
I just skipped over it in the mud as I wear wellies now.
Lesson learnt then, eh? Wear wellies if you're out on the falling down juice.
Yeah.
You can hurt yourself, can't you?
I'm not sure that's going to make a really good evening outfit.
I didn't think about
Like a
that.
dress and wellies.
Well, it's practical, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, can you understand this link to this energy of this younger, I want to say child. I feel his child. You have two sons. Okay. And it was funny. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think clearly right now.
Yeah.
And
so they were just talking to me, Jan, because they were making me aware of my hair. And did somebody cut your hair and like you were really upset because they cut too much off at some point? Like I feel like I'm like, oh, what have you done? Or you know, I don't know, maybe they did a hairstyle and you absolutely hated it.
why are all these things happening? Like sort of episodes of things that have happened to you as well, Jan. I want to add to that and say, what happened with the red nails at the parlour? You know, did something happen? You know, or an association to someone doing your hands, or is that the right word? The hands, nails? I don't know what it's called. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Just the other day. Could you just give us a little bit more, Jan? Because we've said a couple of things and we're not quite sure what. Yes, they scared me and ruined my colour. Ah, okay.
Wow.
Cool.
Mm.
Just little evidence that you know that they're around you
And in your life.
And you see the everyday stuff. It doesn't always have to be.
Oh, I've got to paint my nails red. Yeah. So you think you're on your own, when in actual fact you're not on your own.
No.
I don't know. Do you understand where the mini sits? There's a small mini around you. I do feel it's a car. It's like a mini. But it's got a sit.
Somebody having a classic version.
I don't know. I'm just
having like the.
There's either an old one and the new one.
And the newer style one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm sure I've just heard them say classic. So, although there's a classic car.
My nails myself. That's good then. Probably not to go back to that place. But again, I think there was something associated to doing something like your nails got not done right, if that's the right word, and then you kind of do on yourself or learn to do yourself or whatever. But I need this clarification on the mini. Do you understand where this mini sits? Yeah. They're showing me a mini.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What's the oh my god?
Mini.
The mini.
Just says of my old mini.
There you go. Are you buying a new one then? Is that what you're saying?
You can't beat the older ones, so you can.
Well, you can, because they're slow. That's why you can beat them.
No, they're not though.
They are.
Unless it rains, then they're a bit slow.
Dodgy, if you ask me.
But when it was dry weather, like I can't incriminate myself now.
Go on, how fast was you going?
They definitely reached the national speed limit, that's all I'm saying.
What with? Did you reach the national speed limit? I've been wanting a new mini. Yeah, that's so you understand that. Well, I suppose what we're trying to say is it's by association of your minds and your thoughts about your vibrations that you've been sending out in your mindset, that they're just letting you know that they'll be around you, and you know you are around. Is there any chance? I'm not saying that you are looking for somebody new in your life, but are you aware of someone, or are you thinking about something like that? And if you're not, that's perfectly fine, but I just wanted to ask that question. I've been wanting a new mini. Yeah.
I have both been spot on. Please, is my mum okay?
Oh, are you saying your mum's upstairs in the spirit world? Is that what you're saying? I'm not getting anything in terms of who it is that's talking. I'm just aware of my own guide telling us this information, and I feel that's been handed down. See, that's the thing. See, I almost wrote Mum.
Yeah,
I wrote,
yeah, actually from here it looks like
that's
Mum.
absolutely fine if you can't get that.
No.
Then so look at in the association to, if there's something new and exciting that, if there's something new and exciting that you need to sort of maybe think about within your relationship, then add that to it. But yeah, I nearly wrote Mum, but I ended up writing Minnie.
So from here it doesn't.
Looks
It
like
still
Mum.
looks like Mum from here. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But all for everybody watching, because I know it's a question that does get asked a lot, isn't it? Are our loved ones okay?
Without a doubt. Yeah.
Without any exception, either, you know, I know it's difficult when people have passed in difficult circumstances and we worry about them suffering on the other side, but all of that goes, everything, you know, anything physical, mental, emotional, we become complete and whole once we call it going back home.
Going back home, I think you become the best part of who you are. Yeah, okay, that's where I probably mean then, in terms of having that new freshness to something in terms of your relationship. Are you working together on that aspect? You said we are starting to do this. Yeah, that's going to test you. That's going to test yourselves, isn't it? You know, good luck with that anyway. But yeah, you know, like when we talk about being back home and stuff, we're in a better state of our soul.
Yeah.
So how can we not be okay? We've lived our life, we've lived our journey, we've gone through whatever it is in life that we need to go through, and we're back home. So yes, please don't think for a moment that your mum isn't okay. She is more than okay. She's in the hands of God and she is safe and well. That's how I see it.
Jan, thank you so much for working with us this evening. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, we've got that now.
Let's go round again.
I'm new. Hello, I'm Lee.
Stephanie. What about me?
I was going to wait for you to say you're new.
Hi, I'm me.
And I'm me.
Good evening, Natasha. Actually, does anybody have any questions? Good evening, Kim.
Kim loves karma. Well, if you love it that much, that's amazing.
Yeah. Maria.
We have a general message. General message. Oh.
Yeah.
That a tattoo?
It is, yeah. Hi, Shan. Yeah, sorry.
Shan, hello. Is that Shan? I'm terrible with names, aren't I?
Gwendolyn. I'll get this one for you.
Go on then.
Don't worry, Gwendolyn.
Any words from...
Hi, Virginia. It's a beautiful name.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with Shan. Can we talk to Shan?
Shan, would you like to join us on Zoom for a live reading? If you would like to join us, just let Richard know in the comments and we can bring you on screen. Yeah. Carry on with it. So
You read. Just carry on.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm with you.
Would you understand having no support and back pain around you, Shan?
Yes, let's have a reading here. Okay.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm aware of that sort of pain around you. Like
there's a little facade going on. I think you like to put a brave face to the world, and I can do this, and I don't need anybody. But yeah, I'm with you on that one.
There's also an association to wanting to talk and be expressive about something in particular to somebody. Or is it about, hang on, keep talking, what you're saying. Or is it about...
Yes, I do. I suffer with my back. Okay. Yeah. And
is there something that you wished or wanted to say to somebody and you didn't have the time to say it, or it feels like there's a run out of time, or something?
There's a regret there, isn't
there? but there's also an ending as well, which is why I'm saying, did you run out of time because something happened, or did someone pass around you and you didn't say the things that you wanted to say or have the time to say, and it feels like you're kicking yourself, like, I should have had the will and the strength to say what I wanted to say, only I didn't, and now I feel like there's a regret, like you just said.
Yeah.
I have to think on that one.
Yes. No, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upstairs, or just.
Yeah. Oh, bless you. Okay.
Okay. And do you feel that regret? Is that what is this where we're going with it? Because I think you've given it too much thought in terms of the feelings of, like, not just being not happy about it, but you kind of really sat, and no disrespect, I completely get it, you get it, don't you, in terms of how that might come across. But I think the message from Spirit is to say, you've got to stop thinking about it and let it go. Don't torture yourself over something. That was the way in which this person was supposed to go. And that's what I'm saying. I know he's talking about thinking of overthinking. Yes. So
I have a very peculiar feeling in my head, Shan. So I don't know if this is a feeling of somebody that's had a stroke, or is it aneurysm?
Aneurysm, yeah. Clot or
something going on.
Yeah.
You know.
And have you been overindulging, shall we say, in the old sauce, in the old falling down sort of juice? Or at least if you didn't, that there was someone around you that had some sort of liver issue. I think I just want to say, be kinder to yourself, Shan. Be kinder to yourself, and don't overthink things that you think you could have done or you didn't do. Just be more kinder to yourself. Be more aware of your mind and your thoughts about how it kind of portrays into your world and into your life.
Dark player, Shan. Just showing me somebody playing darts. You couldn't.
No, I couldn't see the board. So what was that? Did I get anything? No, nothing. And what else was that then? So I've got a lot of green around you as well. And I don't mean green as in like the colour green. I feel it's associated to somewhere or a place. I had push past a family member had the liver issue. Okay. Thank you for confirming that. I've got this green, I want to say country. Where's green? Ireland's green, isn't it?
Yeah, they call it.
The green.
She's laughing. I can also take the darts.
But there's this feeling of going somewhere, like visiting. Are you
they
going?
called it, sorry, because I couldn't think what they call it. They call it the Emerald Isle.
Okay.
I don't know, and emeralds are green. Unless there is just a link to Ireland.
I don't know. Do you understand that link, Shan, to Ireland? Is there a link or a feeling like going back to like a home place where, like, if your family came from or orientated from that area, there's like a visit being planned, or like a visit homage, like a home homage. Yeah.
Sunday,
the family is Irish. Okay. But are you going there? Are you planning a visit? Like, I'm not saying, I don't know if this is something like, for argument's sake, if your granddad passed and was in Ireland, or you're going to visit, like, we would say, a commemorative type of befitting him. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing. Or if you simply want to go back and visit something, I don't know, but there's a connection to going back somewhere, or a need to go back. It almost feels like I've got to go back to that sort of place in time.
Me and Mum was planning a visit back home to Ireland.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Make it happen.
Yeah, I do believe it.
Yeah.
Think you're definitely going to do it. Yeah, so
So make it happen.
please do, because there's almost like unfinished business, or
Mm.
it feels like there's this need to sort of do this visit,
Yeah.
and it makes it even more empowering and strong to
Yeah.
to sort of do that visit.
I think like on an emotional level, it will kind of reconnect you as well.
Yeah. Oh, back to your roots.
Yeah.
That's what I just heard.
Yeah, yeah.
Connects you back to your roots. Makes you realise who your family are and where you come from, and then there's that sense of ownership for yourself. I do feel you've been a little bit lost recently, and maybe this is the ticket.
Yeah, bit of direction.
Yeah.
Great plans, happy plans.
Yeah. Well, it's what I'm going to say, better weather, but then it might anyway. So you know what I mean.
Don't wait for better weather, just do it.
You could be waiting a while.
Any more?
I was going to say cork, but I don't know if that was a bottle corking or if it's a place. That is a place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would you understand cork, Shannon? Why am I calling you Shannon now? I've got a Shan. Shan? Is that right? Shan. I don't know. I'm terrible with names, as I keep apologising to people. What?
Hey.
I got my ears. Say again. What did you say?
I understand cork.
Okay, because that was
Okay.
given as well. Okay. Have you got any more?
No.
Thank you. No, that was it. My cork. That was it. That's what I needed to pass. So
Get a cork.
yes.
Thank you, Shan.
Thank you. You just said Shannon.
Shan.
Ah, thank you, Shan.
As you can tell, we're excellent with names. It really is our forte.
That's quite frank. Come on, let's get on with the next one.
We do. Oh, amazing. We have a question. Have you finished? So Carrie Ann has asked, how can I help my mum through her grief? A tough one. Carrie Ann. I think the simplest answer is just be there for her. Yeah, just listen. The thing is, when somebody's going through a grieving process, it is their own personal grieving process, and you know, as much as we want to help somebody, they have to go through that journey, and all we can offer truly is our love and support to them, and just be a listening ear for when they're ready to talk about it, because yeah, everyone's different. And but yeah, I know it's difficult because you kind of feel a little bit hopeless in a way, don't you, when you see somebody struggling?
You do.
You just want to say something that's going to make it all better for them, and you know, and the likelihood is that you're not going to be able to, other than say.
Yeah, it kind of depends as well on the person. Depends on how strong they are, because you know, whilst you're talking and sort of giving off you know, your messages and things, I was aware of, like, you remember like old videos and pictures and stuff that was being shown, and some people really don't like that. They don't like that memory of looking back at someone who's not here anymore.
Yeah.
But also it can also bring great comfort knowing and remembering who they were and the life that they lived, and by talking about them as if they've not gone. You've got to remember they've only gone in the physical. Okay, they are around you all the time, so they're non-physical entity in terms of their spirit and who they are and what they represent. They will be around you all the time. You just got to talk about them and have them in your life. And I think there's a great comfort knowing that they are around you all the time.
Yeah.
And even if you play an old video, a picture or something, you know, read things that they may have written, or whatever closeness that you can get over it. It depends on the individual. So if they are strong enough to look at that sort of stuff, or even like the scent of a clothing that they used to wear, or the scent that they used to wear as aftershave, etc., or whatever, that could be really hard, but it can also invoke some really powerful memories. So again, it is a very hard question to ask because it isn't like a one answer fits all.
So yeah,
yeah, knowing your mum and how your mum is, talk to her and start bringing the essence of who she's lost around her, and sort of say, look, let's talk about them in their as who they were in the life that they lived. So I thought Richard was going to say something.
Richard was going to say something as well. No.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. I hope that helps.
Yeah.
It's not an easy one.
It's not, Carrie Ann, but yeah, I would say just let her know that you're there and she wants to talk, because I think that's the other thing that a lot of people are so fearful about, talking about loved ones that are
well, we don't talk about it.
And we don't know because they're, you know, afraid of be upsetting the other person, but actually. Yeah. So Gwendolyn, do the ones we love, ever rest?
Rest is a physical word.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about being tired, therefore you have a rest. And if you're looking at a soul being restful in terms of, you know, they've done what they need to do, I don't think they look at it in that way, and I don't think we should look at it that way. We should kind of open our minds to the understanding that your life is eternal, and therefore there is no rest in that respect. You know, that the work is never done, the energy is always moving forward, and therefore taking a rest is a physical need that the body needs.
Yeah.
If that's what you're referring to, Gwendolyn. But yeah, in terms of rest, no, I think they go where they want.
They don't need to.
What they need to. Yeah, they don't need to. They don't have a physical body to be tired.
Yeah.
You know, they're constantly being regenerated by the universal energies and the love around them. So, no.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Good leave us like so what now?
Because that was Dr. Who got doing it. But yeah.
Oh. Okay, so folks, go grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee, and we'll be back in 2.
Introducing the SPTV app, your digital spiritual guide for an enlightening journey like no other. Immerse yourself in a world of audio and visual content crafted to inspire, educate, and entertain. Seek guidance with our card of the day, choosing up to 6 cards for personal insights. Enhance your daily life with our wellness section, featuring nutritious recipes, affirmations, and balanced living tips. Explore our spiritualism section for a deep understanding of the religion, its principles, and spiritual answers. Unravel the secrets of the clairs and broaden your spiritual horizon. Easily find local readers, therapists, centers, or churches with our comprehensive directory. Stay connected with live broadcasts, check our schedule, and get to know our insightful presenters. Delve into the meanings of angel numbers, crystals, and a comprehensive list of divination meanings. All of this and more, available for free on the SPTV app. Download now at sptv.uk/app and start your journey with your digital spiritual guide.
Tomorrow from 10:30 a.m., Nick Brown and Glenda Marie hosts their weekly magazine show with special guests, news, and readings. The show includes answering your spiritual questions with their own insights.
So welcome back. I hope you managed to go and grab yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Please do share this live out, give us a like or a heart, that would be amazing. And just to let you know, so tomorrow is a very special day for SPTV. It is your 5th birthday, didn't you say, Richard? Yeah, 5th birthday tomorrow.
Richard is giving free cake out.
Yeah, it's party bags for everyone.
I'm bringing a suitcase. I want a lot of cake.
So there is a special day tomorrow. So starting from 10:30 tomorrow morning, there will be different events throughout the day for you guys to come and watch and enjoy. We are back as well, aren't we, with the team at 7:30 tomorrow evening. Are you calling it Celebrity Squares, Richard, or is that like yeah, the spiritual celebrity square? Says
We'll be there.
Yeah, it should be great fun, hopefully. Oh wow. Oh, okay. So there is competitions to be entered into and prizes to be won, free readings, and
why wouldn't you want to be there?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Be the LB Square.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out. So yeah.
Good evening, cats. Welcome.
Oh my God, look at that. Is that
on YouTube?
that's amazing, isn't it? Look at it.
It's a dog. The dog has a darling little face. Oh, I love that name, Bumblebee Snuggles. Thank you for watching over on YouTube. Also, hi, Nicola and Jean. Good evening, Kim. Welcome. Sue from Melbourne claims.
Australia.
Down under. I love that, like where they have to write out the words that make up the different emojis.
Oh, okay.
It sounds funny, doesn't it? Pink wave.
Hand pink waving, hand pink waving. I've got a real hand waving back. Oh wow, look at that. That is a beautiful picture. Is that snow?
Is that Millie B, the one that used to have the crystal beach?
Oh, I don't know. Wow. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. And Kelly's watching from Florida. Welcome, Kelly. Thank you for joining us.
Julia. British Columbia. Where's that? Oh, Canada. I didn't read all of it then. I thought,
There's that again. Nicola on Facebook.
Right, can we stay there?
Yeah, Cat, please. Cat Weissman, we are coming to you. Random question. Oh, no, she's.
Oh, no.
When we say that they're having a party up there, raising a glass, etc., do spirits eat and drink? A random question, I know. Probably silly question too. Not silly question, is it?
No.
Not in the true essence that there is physical food or physical drink. The energy on the other side, it is a world made of energy. It's not a physical world that we know and understand down here, but can they energetically have, what's the best way?
Raised spirits, if that's the word, raised vibrations. It's a when they come together as a collective energy, then yes, they are raising their vibrations and in essence, you know, becoming lighter, higher, more energetic around themselves. So it's not a silly question per se, but we kind of get what you're saying.
But we don't, when you're on the other side, you don't need that physical nourishment, nutrients that we need as human, like in our human bodies down here. So
see, the thing is, they also get drawn to things like if they had a certain desire to say, let's say someone was a smoker and they really enjoy the cigarette and they're missing that so much. If someone on this side of the plane is having a cigarette, someone that they will draw close because it's the feeling that you give off, etc., or the food that you may eat may give you that nourishment, that feeling of, oh, this is really nice, I really enjoy this. And they,
if you're eating your favorite piece of cake and you're just in that moment of like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing, and they will draw close to.
Not always, but if there's an essence or a reason as to what they're missing, they might get an attachment to that kind of energy. But in essence, no, they don't sort of need drink and food, but they do raise their vibrations when they come together. Because you imagine, you know, 10 people in a room is more powerful than one person in the room, and that's what they do, vibrational shift. So yeah, good question then.
Yeah, great question.
I was going to come to you, Kat,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
now
yeah.
we don't need to do it unless you've kind of got something. Have you got something?
Well, you would have had something if we did.
Yeah, but I kind of went off key then. All right, let's go back to Kat then. Kat.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Okay. Are you aware of a black and white cat?
I so wanted to say Postman Pat then.
How did you know a postman then? Someone who worked in the delivery.
Delivery, yeah, postal service.
Yeah. I do think there's a cat around you, though. Which is odd because your name's Cat, and I don't mean it in the same context. I do know or feel that there's an essence of a.
Imagine that's short and low, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, like you get that feeling of you don't know a cat or a postman. All right. So let's take this to another step, because the energy of the picture that I was getting from it was that closeness, that comfortness, that the energy of the cat would sit on a chair.
The independence.
The independence of being.
And life being black and white.
Yeah. But the comfortableness of being in that chair. Yeah, keep working with us. Don't reject us just yet until we finish what we're talking about. Because what we're trying to get you to understand is that energy of, are you in a position, are you in a place where you're completely independent in terms of your mind, you're focused about what you're doing, but you also comfort. You have comfort about that. There's a knowing or a sensation about being ability to, if I want to have a chill day, I'll have a chill day, but also if I want to go out, I will go out. But there's an association to the energy of a cat. So if you can't take it physically, try and take it in that essence of what it means.
I love how they do, and will do that quite often, won't they? They kind of, like I was saying earlier, they kind of do that duality thing that can have more than one.
There's more meanings to be had when you look closely at the essence of a message. You know, we automatically go, no, I can't take that. I can't understand that.
So,
and you go, hang on, let's just work with the energy of what they're trying to show us, what they're trying to create for us. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So again, I'm seeing houses or homes around you. Houses, homes. Is this something that you would be thinking along the lines of what to do with your life in terms of, is it moving houses or is it buying houses and doing something with them? And I've also got someone passed as well with I want to say a chest complaint. That's about as much as I want to say. I want to go one step further, but I'm not sure. There's someone around you, Kat, who passed, and I do feel it's a gentleman, and I do feel that they are talking about, oh, okay, so hard schooled living, like this person, yeah, but you know, like this hard. There's a word, isn't it? School of hard knocks. You know, this person would have been through the mill in their life. It weren't easy, but I think at some point, it got them to where they wanted to be. And I feel like there's an essence of using your mind, your brain to educate yourself to a position where you can do the things that you want to do. Those hard days, those hard living days that this person used to have, is almost sort of saying, that's not how it is now, but that's how it was. And look how things have changed. I think it's heart, actually. There's a heart that you either pass with a heart attack or a heart complaint or something.
Yeah, I was going to say the same, but I couldn't quite make out whether they were impressing a heart attack or something like heart failure.
Yeah, it feels like there's one side gone down. So I mean, that's how it feels. But I do sense that this person was around. I also got a sense like that, you know, like Dockland workers, people that worked with their hands. I get a heart attack. Yeah, that's kind of where we're going with this. But you know, like the hard labor. It feels like this person had a hard life. And I almost feel like he's almost sort of trying to say or insinuate that he had a hard life so you didn't have to. But that's his version of it. That's how he sees it. And of course, that isn't necessarily always right.
Always are.
no.
reality.
No. But I do sense or think that maybe an association to how you look at things nowadays isn't quite so black and white with the cat. So maybe take a closer look at what you want to do and where you want to go, because things aren't always that cut and dry. Again, it's about family, isn't it? But I need you to look at the association to houses, because I feel that that's going to be important. And if it isn't now, then you're going to be looking at it at some point to either discuss about moving or.
So it's like a sense of needing somewhere bigger. So like, for instance, if you were currently in a flat, then taking the next step up to having a house.
A house or a home.
Like a 2-bedroom home, taking the next step and having a 3-bedroom home, for instance. And that feeling, I have to say it because I'm not a cat, but that, you know, you don't have to have your guards and your barriers up all the time as well. There's a black and white cat that comes to see me outside my house.
It's funny how spirit work, isn't it?
Yeah.
We get there in the end, though, don't we? Because at the end of the day,
it's difficult
sometimes.
When you're like, well, I haven't got a cat, and you know, sometimes it is difficult to think what's going on around us. But I've been able to place it. But it's not to take away from the other meaning that we said either. That still stands.
That still stands, absolutely.
Is my dog licking your leg?
No, he's licking the table leg. It's even worse. What was that? Would you want? I don't know. Right, okay. Where are we with that then? I've got London area. That's how I feel.
When you were saying about the dogs, I wanted to say London, London link.
Would a London link be representation of where you are, or if you're not even in that area, would you understand having family associated to that area?
I've tried to manifest a house come in soon, hopefully.
So you understand about manifestations and stuff, you know what to do. What do you mean about black and white meaning? You might have to go over that again because we might be running out of time.
To go back and watch the video.
It kind of feels like we're repeating it again and again. But be aware of that change and that movement of energy around you. And I also want to talk about, is there a green area around you where you would walk, like a field or a park? It's just like a nice place to go.
Yes, my family are from London.
Thank you. We've got the docks bit then. Well, that's how it feels, the association to the docks, the docks, that type of attitude to hard life, growing up in that era when it was back in the whatever time. So what's that then? So there's a pond or a bit of a lake or river or something near this green area that you might walk along. And do you ever often find yourself sat there looking out onto life or pondering about life? That's the thing. Yes, a park. It's amazing how many people don't have a park near themselves.
You'd be surprised. Actually,
and if there's a particular bench that you take yourself to, or you might purchase like coffee or something like that, then I think it's about being mindful that they're around you, watching you, kind of listening in on your thoughts about what you want to do and where you want to go. There's something else that there's talk about. I don't know if you're planning something, whether maybe that's a family or you're thinking about family, but they're saying something is a while off at the minute. So it's either in the back of your mind or something. But if it's not family, it's something to do with it isn't quite there yet. You're not, whatever planning stages you're at in your headspace about where you see. I do feel like you're a bit of a planner.
Very
like
organised.
has to hit certain things and all that sort of stuff. And I feel like there's this
almost on a life plan of I'm going to have this by this age.
well, this by 20, this by 25, yeah, that kind of thing. And that's fine if that's how you want to look at life. But again, as we go back to that analogy, not everything is black and white. So maybe be a little bit more adaptable with thinkings and thoughts. And if you're not a planner, the message still stands. Go back to that thought process about being adaptable. Adaptability is key to moving forward, because if you're stuck or fixed on your mindset about how you see things, it won't change. It'll only stay that way. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Kat. Thank you for working with us this evening. Yes, I'd like to have goals. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are they achievable? Ask yourself that.
Millie B, can I ask, please, when a baby goes to spirit, when the mum passes, will they reunite with baby or will they reunite with a grown adult? That's an amazing question.
Yeah. Personally, I believe as a child passes back to spirit as a child form, it will go to school over there, it will have an education over there, they will learn things that they need to grow so that they are in an adult format as a soul. And when, as you've just said, mum passes over to spirit and they see the child in which that they thought they lost in terms of, you know, thinking it's a baby, it's like energy understands energy, and therefore they instantaneously know that they are part of themselves.
You don't need the physical body to recognise who is your
child. Yeah, your mum and you're the child, sort of thing.
They would have grown up, developed. Yeah.
Interesting to think, is there schools on the other side in the spirit world? Do you think, well, they have more knowledge of the universe and life than ever before, so there must be, you know, in fact, I've seen schools when I've meditated and been into places, and I know you have too.
Halls of learning.
The halls of learning are amazing. Yeah. So we know that these places exist. It's just trying to get sort of people's minds are over it, around it, to understand it is sometimes hard, because they can't always accept or appreciate that that's what happens.
I think we're so grounded in this physical world, aren't we, that we're very materialistic in the sense that everything is felt, touched, seen, and when you can't have that, it's kind of, for a lot of people, it's harder to accept, isn't it? Mrs. MB, when I lost my baby, I was told that when they pass, they become fully grown. Is that true?
I think in time, if there was a time to be had, we would measure time. They don't measure time, but excuse me, they still have an essence of learning to grow. So let's put it in the fact that they become fully grown in terms of as
soul knowledge.
Yeah, because you know, like we do, we need to learn and grow on this side of the world, the plane, sorry, and they have to grow as well. Very interesting questions.
Yeah,
very
amazing questions. Do you have any more?
Do we have any more questions?
No. Oh yeah, that'd be nice, Richard. Thank you. So I think we've said about to Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, no, I said it already. Oh, so Leslie says, I smell my granny's perfume when she is next to me. That kind of thing
happens a lot.
It does, yeah. And sometimes people don't even realize that is what is happening. You know, you could be walking somewhere and you can suddenly smell a loved one's perfume or a soap that they used to use, or a room, which probably sounds a little odd, but I can still sometimes smell my nan, not in a horrible way, because I can smell my nan's bathroom, but I'm sure it's probably because of all the soaps and stuff that she used, but it was a very distinctive smell that when she draws close to me, that I instantly recognize.
It's almost like a calling card, because I do believe that they have these calling cards to help us recognize that they are near and close.
Instantly
Avoid to that thought.
Yeah, and that memory of yeah. So that's great that you can smell that, Leslie, because again, it's not something everybody, they could, but not everybody does.
No.
So Liz says, do you stay the same age past united years apart? Do we grow together? Do we stay the same age? Do you stay? No.
Say that again, Richard.
Oh, okay, I'm with you. Yeah.
I think the thing is, there's an understanding that growth is, eternal. So we all grow at our own rates. But the thing is, if someone passes at whatever age that they pass, if that person then, got to sort of, let's say, the partner of the person that passed is now in their 60s, and then they turn around and said, right, I've got a person here, a gentleman here, and he's 60, he was very close to you, loves you, and you go, well, I can't place that because there's only person, because your life has moved on, you go, well, I can't place it. But if you say, actually, this person was in his 20s when he passed, they would show that representation to you so that you would be helped to understand who they are. Because if they turned up and they were 60, the same age as you, you wouldn't recognize them.
No.
So why would you recognize them? So I think that's a good question to ask, but I think the kind of understanding is like they would come to you at a point that you would be able to understand who they are. So if someone said, this person passed in their 20s, you would have known them, you were very close to them at that age, you would think back in your mindset and you go, well, there was only one person around me back then and he did pass, that's who this person must be that you're talking about. It doesn't make sense for it to be the same way if you're 60 and they are 60.
Yeah.
Because you just wouldn't get it. You'd be scratching your head thinking, well, I haven't been in a relationship with someone in my 60s. I've been happily married or whatever, and that can't be the same person.
Yeah.
And so it confuses them. And Spirit are very clever about not confusing us. They will come to you. Yeah. So he would come to you. I would assume that whoever you're connected to, this gentleman would come to you and say, come to the reader and say, look, he'll give images of themselves at that age, so you would recognize that they are younger, even though you are 61 now, but you would be able to bring your mindset to that place in time when you were both at the same age. I think that's what they're trying to sort of get the clarity on. Hope that helps. Because although they do grow older in spirit world, absolutely, I think they would come back. It's like if your great nan at 80 passed, I'm aware that they also get to choose to come to us in their prime.
Yeah, because we've spoken about this before. Because and why wouldn't you? If you died at 85, would you want to show yourself to a medium at that age? And I'm not sure. I think personally, if I could show myself, like when I was 25.
Yeah, and that's how sometimes we get images of memories.
Less white hair.
Yeah, of when they lived a life in their prime, and maybe the partner or family can understand that time. But also we are aware that this person is someone's grandmother, granddad, etc. But they're showing us aspects of their younger life because they want you to know that they are full of life still. They're not at this age where you think you're in our headspace where you're how you always represent them to be at that age is what I want to say. My husband was killed at 36. Feel he never been at peace. With all due respects, Liz, it might sort of sense that that's how you feel, but is it more about how you're feeling
that you've not been at peace since then?
Because I would suspect if he passed at 36, so however many years ago, I know you just said you were 60 something, he would have had his healing, he would have gone through all the various things that he needed to do and go through in spirit world, and they would have helped him become at peace. Now, that's not to say that he's not missing you. but he understands that you have a life to be lived and carried on for, and that's exactly where you're at.
That helps.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope that does help. It's very hard because we're answering in a short space of time because I'm aware of time and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Oh yeah,
Ah.
that's it. So folks, we've come to the end of our evening here with you. Good folks, thank you so much for being here and watching. Thank you for that exchange of energies and all your interactions. It's been amazing. Please do continue to share the SPTV out. Don't forget, tomorrow it's an exciting day. It's the SPTV's birthday, 5th birthday tomorrow. There's lots of exciting and fun things going on throughout the day, so stay tuned from 10:30 tomorrow onwards. We're back tomorrow. We're back here at 7:30.
Yeah.
There's some fun as well, so hopefully we'll all see you there then too. Until then, please do take good care of yourselves. Bye for now.
that's it.